Since we've discussed the depth and gain adjustments and the toolbox previously, I want to summarize all of that with a quick live view of how one might adjust an image during live scanning. I'm going to image my neck where a person can easily see the carotid artery in the middle of the screen. With my fingertip, as before, I've demonstrated that I can adjust the depth by moving my fingertip here in the middle of the screen, straight up and straight down. I can also adjust the gain, sliding left to right in the middle of the screen, as I pointed out before. By making it darker, moving to the left, moving to the right, making the image brighter. We discussed our time gain compensations previously. I just want to demonstrate that if I move them all to the left, the image gets very dark. Moving them to the right brightens the image up. In the toolbox, selecting the frequency change, lowering the frequency increases the power so the image becomes brighter. The dynamic range at the top of the scale will be quite gray. At the bottom of the range, it becomes very over contrasted, way too bright to use. I'll keep that in the middle, somewhere around 60 or 70 for the dynamic range contrasting. Speckle reduction, if I go to zero filter, you can easily see how grainy the image is. As I go up on the speckle reduction filter, now the image is nice and smooth again. The focal zones are located here along the left-hand side of the screen. Right now, they're a little higher on the screen. I'm going to move them down to be parallel with the target. Now that has brightened the image there in the middle of the screen. You can see my carotid artery is essentially parallel to the focal zones and now quite bright in the center of the screen. This demonstrates the on-screen motions of depth and gain, as well as the time gain compensations in the lower right corner, and in the toolbox, the other settings for selecting scan mode, frequency, dynamic range or contrast, speckle reduction or artifact filter, and focal zones.